I love to see what I'm capable of. I love to challenge myself, and I love to challenge the people around me. I think when I was doing my boating and ballooning activities, the companies were younger, and to compete with the mights of British Airways and JAL and ANA and the bigger airlines, I needed to come up with other ideas to help put Virgin on the map, and so did some wonderful adventures. Trying to be the fastest across the Atlantic in a boat, or the first across the Atlantic in a balloon, or the Pacific, or going around the world. Quite often the adventures ended in disaster, but fortunately, we survived to tell the tale. And I think in the process, Virgin has become one of the sort of top 20 best-known brands in the world, and that has certainly strengthened the company and made lots of wonderful things possible that may not have been possible if I hadn't done those things. Apart from which, they were wonderful personal adventures.
Branding attracts me most, and I think it is one of the most important elements for successful businesses. Now, Richard Branson is synonymous to Virgin, right? And Richard is Virgin, Virgin is Richard, just like Microsoft is Bill Gates, and Steve Jobs is Apple. Has that been a sort of burden for you, or has that been a pleasure for you?
No, I think it's been a pleasure. I've used myself to get Virgin established, and when my balloon finally goes down, I think Virgin stands on its own 2 feet in the same way that Microsoft will continue after Bill Gates and Apple will continue after Steve Jobs. So, in a sense, I've done my job in creating my baby, which is Virgin. And my aim in life is for Virgin to be the most respected brand in the world. I'm not too bothered whether it's the biggest, but I think that respect is something we all seek. Anyway, I think the team of people at Virgin are doing a good job in getting it there.
I certainly think so, including here Australia. Like you have created a very successful airline, Virgin Blue, and also worldwide you have been doing very well with your mobile phone business, and also Virgin Money. And could you tell us the secret of success of these newly created Virgin companies?
Well, in different countries we're doing different things, and it depends, whether we feel that there's a need for us. That the time that we will go into a venture is where we feel that a big corporation is fat, bloated, and ripping off the consumer, and then we move in and offer an alternative. Here in Australia, Qantas airfares were extremely expensive, and a lot of people just couldn't afford to travel. So we brought in Virgin Blue, and airfares have come down, and millions more people are able to travel as a result. In Nigeria, we've just set up a national airline for the Nigerians.
Have you?
Called Virgin Nigeria. They didn't have an airline, and yet they've got a population of 150 million people.
Wow.
In South Africa, we've built 150 of the best health clubs in the world. So in America, we've launched a mobile phone company, offering mobile phones at much better rates than anybody else. So basically, we see ourselves as a global company, going into different countries, doing different things where we're needed.
すごいですね。もう世界各国でいろいろなその新しい、バージンの名前を冠したビジネスどんどん始めてますよね。
この後はブランソンの次なる事業展開を聞いていきます。2001年 E バンク銀行が誕生。そして今 130万口座を誇るインターネット銀行に成長しました。
e バンク銀行はインターネットによる決済ビジネスに特化したユニークな銀行です。パソコンや携帯電話を利用していつでもどこからでも送金が可能です。私たちの重要な目的の一つが社会貢献です。災害、貧困、病気に苦しむ人たちのお役に立てるように、私たちはイギリスのバージングループと提携しました。
I'm very happy and proud to be doing a lot of charity work with eBank, which I think can save millions of lives all over the world.
Virgin Unite's the independent charitable arm of the Virgin Group, and we're very, very excited to be working with eBank in Japan to raise funds and awareness for some of the toughest challenges facing the world today.
私たちは e バンク銀行です。
世界各国でいろいろなその新しい、バージンの名前を冠したビジネスどんどん始めてますよね。日本ではどうなんですかね。ちょっと伺ってみましょうか。Okay, you have been very active in various parts of the world. How about Japan? Do you have any future plans?
It's strange, you know. Japan is the one country where I think a lot of things are done extremely well by current companies there. So whenever we look at situations in Japan, you know, we don't see as much opportunity or need, in a sense, for Virgin as around the rest of the world. Having said that, I mean, you know, we did look at cinemas, and I think we've created some really nice cinemas in Japan. And I think they were a lot better than the cinemas were before.
I go to see it every month.
Oh, that's good. Well, so I'm sure there will be areas where Virgin will come into Japan in the future. But of all the countries in the world, I would say that you know, Japan, you know, has got very well run businesses, and you know, there's not quite the opportunity for Virgin to come in and shake them up as there are in a lot of other countries.
I will ask our audience to come up with very good business plans for new Virgin business in Japan.
We'd be delighted to have them.
日本でぜひバージンの名前をつけた新しいビジネスをやりたいと、そう思われる方はぜひビジネスプランを、出してみてください。
ここで VIP オンステージからプレゼントのお知らせです。番組をご覧の皆様の中から抽選でリチャード・ブランソン著、植山周一郎役バージン僕は世界を変えていくを5名様に、さらにバージンアトランティック航空より成田・ロンドン往復ペアチケットをプレゼントさせていただきます。ご応募はこの後ブランソン氏がお伝えするキーワードをご確認の上、ご覧の日経 CNBC ホームページからご応募ください。お待ちしています。
The secret part is that the first three letters are VIP.
皆さんいかがでしたでしょうか。リチャード・ブランソンさんの生い立ち、そしてバージングループの展開などについて非常に面白い話が聞けました。後半では彼の今後20年30年にわたってどういった新しい事業の展開をしたいのか、それから成功者としての社会的なオブリゲーション、責任について、ノブレス・オブリージュについてもっと突っ込んだお話を伺っていきたいと思います。お楽しみに。
リチャード・ブランソンの人生は冒険と挑戦の連続である。そしてそのチャレンジ精神がバージンというユニークで革新的な世界的企業グループを成長させてきた。次回の VIP オンステージでは成功を収めたリチャード・ブランソンが次に挑戦していく夢について迫ります。どうぞお楽しみに。